welcome to online class. History and evolution of computers. Okay, last time we have seen history of computers and we have seen some great inventors who invented many things, right? Now we are on generations of computer, right? So we are going to see the four generations which we are having in our textbook. So generations of computer, in that first generation computer started in 1940 and ended in, you can say, 1956. The first generation computer used vacuum tubes and magnetic drums. They were very large and expensive. They used a great deal of electricity and generated a lot of heat. They could solve only one problem at a time. Okay, so there are some examples you can find there. It is given there. Okay, Univac, you can say, and heavy, EDVAC, etc. So I'll just read out the full form of that short form which is given there. Okay, first one, universal, you can say, automatic computer. Okay, universal automatic computer. Then you can see the second one is electronic numerical integrator and computers. Then next one, third one, you can see electronic discrete variable automatic computers. Fourth one, which is down given there, that is electronic delay storage automatic calculator. Okay, so these are the full form I have told you. Okay, so don't get confused with the first one because it is written UNIVAC, but I have told you only universal automatic computer, only that much is given. So UNI is uni, okay, and auto, UNIV, uni. The starting, you can say, four letters UNIV is comes in universal, and A comes for automatic, and the C comes for, you can say, computer. So don't get confused. Okay, so you can say this was, you can say, first commercial computer which was made. Universal automatic computer was first, you can say, was a commercial computer delivered to a business client in US. Okay, you can say census bureau in, you can say, 1951. So first computer which came, it was in the year 1951, first generation computer. You can see some pictures are given there of first generation computer. Okay, these are not cupboards or coins are kept there, these are all computers. Okay, so you can see how big size it was, and it was taking lot of space, and so many, you can say, wires and tubes were attached in that. Then second generation computer. Now this generation started from 1956 to 1963. Transistors replaced vacuum tubes, and you can say user right in the second generation computer. Now you can say that changes took place. In place of vacuum tubes, transistors came in the second generation. Transistors, you can say, was far superior to the vacuum tubes. Vacuum tubes, generally a washing machine pipe you must have seen. When you drain the water, you can see that the water is just going from the machine to the outlet. So that pipes were called as vacuum pipes. So that were replaced by transistors, allowing computer to become smaller, faster, cheaper, more energy efficient, and more reliable than the first generation, you can say, computer, or you can say pre-detection. The transistors too realized great deals of heat that caused computer to damage, but much, you can say, better than vacuum tubes. So compared to vacuum tubes, transistors were much better because they were able to deal with the heat cause of the, because the when you start the earlier generation, when they were using or starting the computers, because of that lot of heat was generated. So transistors were able to handle the heat betterly compared to the vacuum tubes. These computers, you can say, the were using on, you can say, punch cards were there, that I will show you pictures, okay, after this, for input and printout for output. Example, NCR 304, IBM 605. These are the names of the second generation computers. Two computer example names I have given you. Now pictures are shown. You can see here. Now you can see that switch. You can see that first picture. Then these all three pictures. These are all computers only, not a musical instrument. So these all three pictures you can see here. These are second generation. Third generation started in 1964 to 1971. The development of the, you can say, integrated circuit, that is called IC, was the hallmark of the third generation computer. Nowadays in you can say computers, you may find in TV, laptop, computers, everywhere you will find this IC. One small IC is there which is holding the maximum power to operate the thing. So ICs are produced as a single process. In third generation, SSI, small scale integration, and the MSI, medium scale integration techniques were used. In SSI, 10 components were fused as a single unit on a chip. So everything became into a chip pattern now. And MSI, 100 components are fused in a single unit of a chip. So you can see it was divided into units. Okay, one place 10, one place 100. These ICs proved to be reliable and inexpensive and faster. So the cost came more down. And what happened? Things of this chip material was available very, you can say, easily. So it was less expensive and the speed of the computer also increased. Transistors were, you can say, miniaturized and placed on silicon chips. So slowly what happened? Silicon chips came. Silicon, you all know very well. It is very, you can say, the soft one. Okay, so it is good, called, you can say, semiconductor, which you can say drastically increase the speed and efficiency of the computer instead of punch cards. So punch cards, I have shown you one small chip was there, that was removed, and you can say silicon chips were started to generate and were used in the third generation. So I'll show you pictures of third generation also. You can see third generation. Okay, so motherboard you can see down there. Okay, this green color board is fully made up of silicon chip. Okay, and small you can see chip are been inserted, right? And even that round shape is there, which is, you can say, is called the IC. Okay, I'll show you with the mouse cursor. You see one time. This is called IC. Okay, integrated circuit. Okay, and this whole green thing, this board is made up of silicon chip. Fourth generation, 1971 to present we are saying, but fifth generation has also come. Okay, so these computers use microprocessor in place of integrated circuit. In the computers are now smaller, faster, and have large memory. They can be linked with networks like internet to share information. Many programs can be run on these computers at a time. For example, personal computer, workstation, etc. Nowadays we are using personal computers, right? PC, short form, right? In PCs also you must have find that many a time many a time you can find that we are doing multiple things. We are listening songs, we are typing, or sometimes we are watching a small, you can say, the movie, one corner of the, you can say, screen, and we are same time doing work. So multiple tasks we are doing. That is all because of fourth generation. Fourth generation computers, you can see microprocessor, you can see there, Intel Pentium 4. Okay, so different chips you can see, fourth generation, and how the computers fully modified, you can see there. Last one, fifth generation computer. Fifth generation computers device are based on artificial intelligence, that is AI, and still development stage. Still it is developing artificial intelligence. who created computers? We, the men, we have created the computers. We are giving them artificial intelligence to sense us. Okay, for example, some applications such as voice recognition. Best example, Google. You see nowadays so many advertisement comes. You just open Google on the, you can say, mic, and you speak freely whatever you are searching for, and you easily get it. So that is what intelligence, artificial intelligence of computer. Okay, the use of parallel processing and superconductors is helping to make artificial intelligence a reality. Okay, quantum, or you can say computations, molecular and nanotechnology will radically change the face of computers in the year to come. Still, this is going on. They are working on it. Still, that modified fifth generation computer hasn't come. The goal of fifth generation is to develop devices that respond to natural language input and are capable of learning and self-organization. So they are planning to bring such computers who can understand natural languages. Okay, every state different languages are there. So I'll show you pictures of fifth generation. Okay, so robots you can see there. Then you can see the fifth generation. Time starts from 2000 onwards. So 22 years, still 21 years we have completed. Still we are working, and every time you find something new is coming in the computer world. Okay, so we have done with our first lesson, and I'm going to upload the, you can say, notes in PDF format. You have to write the question answers in your computer textbook with pen, not with pencil. Same time, no need to make any other book. I want you are writing the thing with pen in your computer book. You can see this is your computer book. Okay, in this you can see page number 11. Okay, in page number 11 only you are writing the things here, and backside you can see. Okay, so this page number 11 you are going to write. I will send you the things in PDF format. Okay, so notes will be sent to you today in PDF format with this video. Okay, stay home, be safe.